be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Arkansas's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one up.
And that ball's free behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. Your starting running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have a big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here's the handoff. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man in the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Lost to fire on second down. Got the back over the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Fires left, and that one's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? out of the shotgun. They go to the ground. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Safe completion on the screen. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of
breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pass to first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. There he goes. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs have it with a first and 10. Moving away from pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. FIU handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown, and what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
The Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quick completion to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. And the Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll keep it himself. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. The Razorbacks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Grab behind the line. It's Gray. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
A strike downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll do it himself. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Crosses the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Quarterback extends the play. Oh, he got some room and under the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a drive there of 85 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Motion from the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. They'll try to power their way ahead. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
He has the first and still on his feet. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Razorbacks are flying down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Inside the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Unleashes one deep. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It is perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
This defense knew coming in the offense was going to try to test them. They were going to try to take some shots vertically down the field. Defense was ready for that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Connection to the right. Turning it on. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their heads heel off one deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the 2nd play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the 3rd play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. This time it's complete. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll go with a direct snap. Powers through the defender. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run the screen. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Here's a heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Made it harder on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 9. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Tight end finds a soft spot. The big tight end was fighting for every inch, but he will be stopped short, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Rushes on him. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Out of the end zone. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. The miss. State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Might be changing the route. Trying to beat him to the left. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. 42, to the air on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Catch in the middle. It's Gray. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson. There he goes. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gray. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Razorbacks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Gets the back moving. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat. Got room on the return.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Snagged in the middle. It's York. They are on the move. As they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 28.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's York. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the right. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the try is no good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double. Game still sitting at 10.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wait.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quarterback on the keeper. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
But I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long. But in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down inside the 45. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
The RPO, it's complete. At the 20, he's got space. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Red pass, it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Denson. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle. Back on.
Brings it down on the right side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Razorbacks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll going for it all. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To give as they work on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.